Most pedals have 15mm flats on the inside of the axle, between the pedal body and the crank. A pedal key is a long spanner, thin enough to go into this space with open 15mm jaws. If the pedal axle has no flats, it may have a socket for a hexagonal key in its inside end. Some pedals have both flats and a socket. Put the bike on the ground. Put a foot on the pedal to stop it coming up as you pull up on the key. Coat the threads with anti-seize assembly grease to make them easier to remove when they have to come off. To avoid damage to the soft threads in the crank, make sure you have the correct pedal for the correct hole. Introduce the two threads carefully and gently. Begin by screwing with finger force only. If the axle has a hexagonal socket, use a hex driver for speed and to limit the torque. Once the pedals are screwed on fully, use the extra force generated by a pedal key to lock them on. If the axle has no flats, use a long L-shaped hex key to lock them tight. Identify the adjusting bolts. There is one for each foot position. A set of double-sided pedals have 4 adjustment bolts. Equalize the tension on all bolts by screwing to the low anti-clockwise limit. Don't force them past the limit. You will feel defined steps every quarter turn. Test the entry and release force by clipping in and out of the pedal. Adjust one position, counting the number of quarter turn steps. Test again. If the tension is satisfactory, adjust all the other positions to match. Otherwise, repeat from step 3 as necessary. Remember to make any further adjustments equal for all foot positions. Spin a pedal by hand. It should spin freely for a few turns before it slows down and stops. If you pull the pedal sideways, there should be no discernible play. Turn the cranks backwards and watch the pedal closely. If the axle doesn't stay in the same plane, at a right angle to the plane of the crank circle, the pedal axle is bent and the pedal needs to be replaced.